In today's video, I'm going to show you the truth about ICY. Let's begin. From the tweet that started all of the drama. I'm not going to cover the personality of ICY or who he is or what he does. If you don't know who he is, I don't know why you're watching the video. And if you want to know who he is, you will. Let's watch the video. He's the owner of Boxshooter's Discord server. I'm sad to announce that I'm leaving Boxshooter's community completely and permanently. I am sorry. ICY will be taking full ownership of the server. I would like to thank all of you for supporting me in everything I have done. And you're amazing. The past 2 months especially. The past 2 months specifically, that's the time period when ICY was gone, specifically have been the most fun I have had, and I have brought more joy to my life than I ever could have hoped for. Please look after Boxshooters. It is more special than many of you may realize. I know that it will thrive. Thank you again. I will miss you. And I truly love you all. After that post was made, people were starting to get mad at ICY. Why? Because most people were leaving the Discord. Such as, I don't really remember the specific people, but I'm going to list ones I think they left. Blue, Lucky Terry, and many others. So I can't remember the most of them. I created a server originally for games and to chat with friends. That's true. ICY created the server for praising and talking about Rocket Snail games. That Rocket Snail is the creator of Color Penguin. When I announced I had cancer, Joe took Boxshooter's life from me when I was in the hospital, changed all the information, and that was that. I handed the server to Spider. I asked for the server back since it was mine. If I came back, he was leaving. That's what the deal was. We have our own problems between us, so it means he's not going to talk about them publicly. All Boxshooter staff are not a part of this Discord server due to clapping button stuff. I'm going to explain more about it later on. I worked for Club Penguin online for 3 days. I needed money to help my family, which most of you probably won't understand. I don't have to worry about. I am not rich, and I'm worrying about our meals and bills is something that we struggle with daily. So all the staff have to leave and can't be associated with me due to the 3 days I worked at Club Penguin online, which I fully understand. It's how business works. I've been asked did I know Club Penguin online was bad before I went there. Yes, I did, but I went there in 3 days with them to fix the staff and the problems. I was paid, and I realized that Club Penguin online could not be fixed. I will be dealing with cancer for the rest of my life. I have leukemia of the skin. Just talking about this, which is true document that says he indeed has cancer. See, you can swim for the cancer center. This is the location, and also says that he was born in 10th day of the 10th month in 1995. That means he's 24 as of today. I will be since it's so early, I will not be doing a hemo yet. Basically, I have to wait until it gets worse, then go for it. By go for it, he means try to cure it. Well, not actually try to cure it, because he's going to deal for the rest of his life. It just means curing it as making it the symptoms weaker, because he's going to feel pain. If you have any other, actually I don't really know what I'm talking about, I'm just saying things that try to make me feel sound or look intelligent. Sometimes I'm going to tell you things that are not primarily true and not primarily false. Well, they are false, just not really true. Well, I'm not so aggressive human being, am I? I am. Or am I not? Who knows? If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. You wanted the truth? This is what happened. At the end of the day, it's my fault for walking Club Penguin online. I ruined everything, but my family is more important to me than anything in this world. If you can't understand that, then you can't. Sorry. Maybe deleting service since everyone is leaving, and in that case, there's no point in staying here having people yell at me and say you're faking cancer. They're faking cancer. We didn't have the proof. That is right here. Before anybody has anything else negative to say, don't forget I spent 2,000 on my own pocket to create a Bowser toys. I spent 2,000 on our 12th day of Christmas stream on Bowser's life, handling out guests to the community. Some say I don't care about the community. I say did everything I could for this community. Thanks. And I did this just as this screenshot shows that he has what should you do with the server? Rebrand for the future projects, for future other things, such as his game that is called Brawl, something Brawl. I cannot really read it from here. Or should he lock the server down and remove all the chatting and rename it to Box Reader's history and keep set the good memories, also the bad ones. Or should he leave the server and let people chat? People, of course, the server entirely. People said, just leave it to be. It's good as it is. I'm going to read opinions. It says regarding Bowser's life statement, which you probably have read, but not everyone. So I am going to read it for all of you, my great ladies and men. That's my sentence. Let's read it. We all know ICY did a lot to this community and made lots of people happy, but sadly, after recent events, there's many dark and cold truths you haven't heard of or seen by now. That is one, of course. There are overwhelming reasons of lies, toxic behavior, and abuse. Bottom line is that we can no longer be affiliated in the future, and it's only fair that everyone else know why. For too long, me and many others in the community have been abused emotionally, mentally, and even manipulated. I'm positive the other victims will be able to back this up if they want to. You have a platform now to speak up. We support you. Let's make those the window for the outside sounds. Here with me. No. You. Today, he especially took over forcefully, regaining ownership of the Discord creator server, spreading lies about me and Snoo, and just going off on certain Boxers team members. One of them is Chan, a well-loved member of not just the team but the community. He even kicked and banned her. Since then, the community and the Boxers team's members has gradually left the Discord creators immediately. Yeah, because of that action, lots of people left the Box Creators Discord server. Not the community, but some did, because they don't want to be affiliated with it. There are also going to be people who are saying, I left it because I didn't want to be affiliated. I'm going to move on other projects, not only Box Creators, because of these actions of ICY. Since then, the community, I read that, it is without any question that his past and present malicious acts and Gemini is not fit for a game and community made for kids. It's actually false. This game is made for everyone. Rocket Snail said that the game is not made for children. It's made for everyone. Wonder it was taking the head admin job for the corrupt Club Penguin Online, publicly hacking and doxing people on Twitter only just back in April, being drunk or high 90% of the time, or just putting harmful and inappropriate behavior. You may not have any idea, but it is very draining working for somebody who's constantly not sober, not even made fun. He even made fun of a very beloved girl in Club Penguin community who passed away from cancer, God rest her soul, all because she spoke out against him once. That was very disgusting and made 100 people upset. Continue on. And for so many of other reasons are why I hardly streamed on Boxer's live for months, because I'm just completely uncomfortable with him around, even if I had to take some days away from the Discord server. Sorry, I have a cold. Away from the Discord server every now and then, or not even be active at all, which was not too long ago before ICY left the first time. All the fun feelings we had playing this game and being around the community were no longer there due to him and his lust for power. We all tried to tell him these things in the nicest way, how to be an adult, a better person, but he refused to even ever listen to reason without blowing up and trying to shame or make us feel bad. Even Rocket Snail at one point was extremely disappointed in his behavior. This came after he tried to merge the corrupt Club Penguin Online with Boxers, which would have nearly costed him and his company a major lawsuit. It's also a problem when I'm terrified to even speak out against him like this, fearing for my life. Should I ever say one bad thing or go against him? It's just not right for any of us to be treated like that, or feeling like we have to be in fear. It was just mentally draining having constantly defend his actions, turn a blind eye or agree with him on everything just to appease him. It was so hard to even come out like this. Me, Snoo, Spy, anyone in the community don't need this kind of anxiety in our lives whatsoever. Our community here and even the game's reputation and amazing staff members will be taking major hits, or even legal issues should he remain in any community or our creative channels. That's not fair to them or any of us involved. So due to these reasons and so much more that is too dark to get into, I had no choice but to dismiss him from Box Trader's Life. We also recommend please feel free to DM me on Discord for any questions or concerns. Thank you for all reading. You all for reading, and hopefully you understand. That's was Baxter's Life from the Travis Show comment. And I'm going to tell you the main information, saying that that ICY talks people hacked them, hacked publicly. He was drunk and high 90% of the time. He was swearing. He would try to merge Club Penguin online. He made fun of a child with cancer. He also has cancer, but he didn't know that at the time, so it doesn't dismiss his actions. Because she spoke out against him once. And even more disgusting things such as just not being not being mentally draining, and just all in all not a good person. So I'm going to read the next. The ICY's come back to Box Trader's Life statement. I like to say that it's funny how Joe never said any of this when I first left, because sadly it's not true. The truth is, managing the server and handling a Box Trader's Life video was too much. Every day I had to call Joe to wake him up to make a video for you guys to enjoy. I had to make him join me on the stream, since he was always too lazy to join. Every video he made I had to script out for Joe before he made it, get him the images, overlays and everything else. I paid for all the giveaways we did. He cares more about his personal channel than Box Trader's Life. He actually never cared about Box Trader's Life. About traders, he calls it boring and stale, as many may tell from his tone and the videos. He doesn't enjoy it. I'm sure it's not fair to Snoo to be brought into the middle of this, but I'd like to let you know Joe doesn't like you. Has called you a psychopath for asking you to be paid for your work, called your boyfriend a loser for coming up to Joe asking him to pay you. I choose to bring you on. He didn't want to, and I'm glad you will continue to make Box Trader's Life. Thanks, New. Mr. Chilling. Ryan came up to me back in April asking to have his items in the game. I worked with him daily and pushed him to make more items so I could show Rocket Snail. After I messaged Rocket Snail over 50 times regarding the subject, Rocket Snail decided to give Chili a chance. I helped Chili with ideas and of what to fix or correct to better himself. He worked hard and secured his position in gaming industry as a talented artist. Best of luck, Ryan. Spider, I brought you on the Discord creators team to help make bots, which you are one of the best at. Talking daily and becoming good friends, I decided to allow you to run the server with me after some time. You put a lot of work, and then pretty much anybody here, once the foundation was built, and you continued to work hard. Thanks for everything you did. Sorry things didn't go work out. Later, peace. So let me explain you what he meant. He says that Box Trader's Life statement is not really true, but he doesn't explicitly say that it was funny, because he did a hard handling of the job. We have no proof to prove that. He said that Snoo that Joe talked under Snoo's back, or basically backstabbing him. Snoo and his boyfriend calling Snoo a psychopath for asking to be late for work, and boyfriend for being a loser for coming up to Joe and asking him to pay him. And Chili said that he built his reputation as a talent franchise, sending 50 messages to Rocket Snail, which is quite a lot. I'm surprised that Rocket Snail didn't block him or just ignore him all along. He ignored 50 messages, but still, over 50 messages, that's quite a lot of messages. And Spider, he didn't say anything negative about him. He said that he built the foundation, and sorry for everything that was badly said. Well, the user reason said they will state facts that have been going past days objectively. The cost for a commission is solely IC. Discord recruiters were drama-free for 2 entire months until IC decided to return abruptly. Several adults, including Driver Joe, host of Box Critters Life, and Mr. Chili, official item designer for Box Critters, advised the community to stay away from IC and Discord critters. Ask yourself, why did Spider leave the second IC joined the server? They were both managing Discord critters before IC left 2 months ago. I'm saying like 2 months ago. He said past 2 months were the best. So yeah. Another reasons with me saying that yeah, Spider had the most fun without IC. What happened? IC stated that he helped Mr. Chili get the attention of Rocket Snail with his items. I said before that, no, but it's not important. Why would Mr. Chili speak against IC, his tweet, and leave the second IC joins? IC stated that Driver Joe spoke behind Snoo's back about her Live's co-host, calling her awful names. Why would Snoo stick by Driver Joe and not work together with him on creating a new fan server on Discord servers? See it Box Critters Live Twitter. Actually, Box Critters Live or BCL creating a new Discord server without IC as an admin because they cannot take control of it. Why would an official member of Box Critters team try and sabotage IC and his fan server? According to what Zook said, I think Chen has more important things to do other than plotting against IC together with Spider and Joe. If Spider was plotting with Chen to steal the server from him, why on earth did he just leave? He had all the permissions. What could have IC told him to make him leave? Why would every single mod of the server just drop out? Why would 2 of 3 people, Locator and Kyle, that IC appointed as administrators to the server completely leave the server after the first several hours of becoming admins? Why would all the official team members leave if this server is truly safe? Reason asked a lot of questions. You can ask them yourself and try to correct them. I'm not going to try to explain them because the video is going to be way too long. It's already 24 minutes, which is a lot. So let me show you a post by Ryan. Hello everybody, I wish this tweet was about something fun, but in truth, It's quite unfortunate. This morning, Discord creators was taken over. Uh, he means Box Traders Discord server, the unofficial one, by ICY. Over the time I've been in this community, ICY has shown hatred, toxicity, and pretty malicious behavior towards others. I, myself, and other team members of Box Traders do not stand for this behavior. I left Discord recruiters and blocked ICY on all platforms. I would suggest you consider doing the same. Please stay safe. Please stay positive. Thank you. What Ryan Ryan is saying that that he's not enjoying the fact that ICY took over Discord creators, and in general he's shown a lot of toxicity, pure malicious behavior, and hatred into the community, and he advises us to block him. This post was from Lucky Terry or Box Traders News. Hi folks, I just wanted to inform you all I will no longer be part of the Discord creators. ICY is no longer associated to my YouTube channel. I am appalled to have heard what behavior ICY has done, and it's not acceptable. I do not stand by this behavior. Please stay safe. We have a wonderful community, and I look forward to our community flourishing, and the future of Box Traders is bright. He's what Lucky Terry is saying, or Box Traders News, about Lucky Terry blog site about stuff Box Traders, is that he's no longer having ICY associated on his YouTube channel. Box Traders News said it, and that he doesn't understand his behavior is basically the same as Ryan's, and he hopes the community flourishes. Ryan didn't say that. I just thought he'd say that. That would be pretty cool. Well, this video is 27 minutes. I was probably going to get to 40 because Kitty Surreal has a lot to say. I knew ICY when Space Penguin was still a thing, and a majority of the time, both in Discord creators and as people that are supposed to be, he was an interesting person. Didn't haunt me. And this is why it's hard for me to talk against him, because I don't want to hurt people, especially someone who didn't do any harm. An example, he helped me when I was sent death threats due to the ping 2K released by monitoring the game and submitting evidence to our Rocket Snail. But what happened in the recent events just showed I was wrong. You see, when 2019 started, I've noticed people blocked and followed me. I questioned it, and I got replies saying, well, maybe if you didn't associate yourself with a certain someone, people wouldn't block you. They were referencing ICY, and I DM'd them about it. They told me about ICY allegedly did in the past, hence the hit. I didn't believe because there was no evidence at all. All I got is a story from from a friend of a friend of a friend, but as 2019 kept on going, staff and mods from Discord creators and friends of mine were messaging me about ICY's toxic behavior, especially the female staff. I got screenshots of ICY talking badly to staff and messages invoking nudes or something. I don't know, it's not my story, but that's what the forum mods told me. The one thing I can confirm is that ICY does not have an obsession with power. Does have an obsession with power. Constantly he asks me who comes at the top of YouTube search results when you search up Box Traders. For me it was Box Traders Bulletin. I never heard of that channel, aka Andy. ICY wanted to overtake Box Traders Bulletin, in not only subs viewership but also search results. He asked me to go on every browser, use a different user, computer, etc. just to see if he overtook Andy. Speaking of Andy, hey man, Starfire manipulated us to non-speaking terms, or he made us think that you're a non-full person. Back then. Back in the early days of box shooters, Andy and I were known as the rookie and AA counterparts of box shooters. Due to our iconic outburst, the propeller and the pink toque. And people would see us talk in the Discord. We were friends later down the track. ICY showed me messages between him and Andy that led for me to take down a video for a short time as I felt ashamed, but I did learn from it. Andy then messaged me apologizing, saying that I wasn't supposed to see those as it's private conversation, and that the evidence was manipulated to make him look like he was a bad guy. So when he wrote a crit bit by Shredder's fanfic that it used to write, that I used to write, talking about, I forgot her name, sorry. This dedicated towards Andy's departure, ICY messaged me asking, "Why would you do that? He hurt you?" I said, "It's a final goodbye since he's a good friend. I was hurt that I lost a good friend. Andy didn't deserve that. He's a good friend. Yes, I was hurt, but you also have." Rights to his own opinion. I understand why he didn't like the parts of the video. I'm just gonna say, allegedly, I think this was part of ICY's way to remove Andy out of the picture, as he saw him as a competitor. I was then told later on by former mods that was allegedly the case, as Andy was also a mod for Discord creators. Also, I think ICY's arrogance got the best of him. An example was the blue snorkel item. Raita was supposed to release that item, and over time, ICY was paid to why it isn't out, and decided to make a pink channel to spam Raita to release it. He called him mean things around the lines of selfish and lazy. It also seen during the live stream when I released the pink cap. They joked about the release date, and I chuckled, but I didn't speak much since I didn't want to hurt someone. I think ICY saw my good nature and took advantage of it. I didn't want to hurt people or take sides unless necessary. So when today / last night happened, I called ICY out, telling him why people aren't agreeing with him. That was his reputation association with clapping when online, that people felt like more uncomfy. He replied with, "I'm living my best life." ICY was nice to me. He supported me during the Boss Shooters fundraiser and bunch of other things. There will be times I will call him out, and back then he listened, but I guess it didn't work. When staff members are now calling him out, you know the S stuff is getting real. S stuff, just S. Swear word is real. I don't know how to say the word, but it's real. It's going to be hard to dissociate myself with him, especially since he asked me to help with a quote-unquote project of his, and like I said, the way I was treated. But man, you drew the line for being not only the people who supported you, but also the official Bowser's team. This is the post. People in the Club Penguin community, please don't go to my DMs and yell, "I told you so." You're also part of the problem. To why I didn't want to dissociate myself with ICY, the toxic community popularity contest favoritism is the reason why I wanted it to leave in the first place, and the way you cancel someone so quick also adds that to the people in Bowser's community. Sorry about today's event. We shouldn't be treated this way. It shouldn't be a competition, and we shouldn't be divided. Bowser's and Discord creators at the time was advertised for a new home and a new beginning, and I guess the president is changing. As for me, I'll try to be active, but I want to do my own thing from the time to time. Example, Fall Guys, makeup, journalism, social. I might take a break from Hamster Hour and other creator-related activities. That was from QD Surreal. And that's not only information, there's even more that's lurking around the corner. There is sure a lot more. And from Aratnap. Aratnap showed that ICY not actually sweared and did horrible things. Like posting these posts. This dude is out here posting random people's stuff because I doxed his boy, ha ha ha. Meaning, how see he don't learn from his mistake, and how you see here. Where is this post? I cannot find it. Oh yeah, here it is. LMAO is allowed. WUT. I'm not going to continue the word as what the. I'm not going to continue it. It's kind of obvious we don't allow that. IMO. And guess who's the most active user? Bowser's for saying that. Yes, there's some frequent like Spider saying it, which in a way it's kind of ironic, but it was mostly ICY and some random deleted users. Where is he? Here it is. The Potis man. He said, "Excuse me, W and Spawnix and other people." It was primarily ICY. And ICY Myers is kind of a racist or political. I'm not sure how to say this. This was his Twitter account. It was deleted. It says Mexico is a asshole. That's Niagara Falls, sir. Meme. And when talking about what do you mean by racist, in a way, yes. You might ask, where's the proof? Well, let me find it. Not so far find it. Yeah, here is ICY saying the N-word, and it's not the only time he said it. So yeah, he basically excludes from the rules that were made basically by him. Also, his account was violating rules against federal guidelines, and Club Penguin Online says that new code has been released, blah blah blah. Basically, that to sign up on box traders, like trying to merge it in Twitter, Club Penguin Online. This was his attempt to fix it, and one of the more hateful things, he made fun of a girl saying Angel Ellie Rose, saying Angel Energy is still taking marital selfies like it's 2008. It says makeup thicker than you. Laugh emoji, light emoji, which is kind of hateful. And when people are asking like, what do you mean why he is being like really into the obsessed by power? Says I run the Discord merch all the Twitters, I run the Discord, the forum, the YouTube, and I'm the tokens manager. And there's even more proof that I have not showed you. I recommend you checking out the tweet. The code is status 12715137167239173. If you want to check it out. Well, this is it. The video is shorter than expected. I hope you enjoyed my deep analysis and Bachelor's Discord and craziness. Whew. Was surely a long video. Was it? Hope you enjoyed this video. Like it, because it took me 40 minutes to record it. No editing. As always, goodbye.